This is how the worst day of my life began. A masked man closing in on Dunwall Tower. Now it's happening again. Another Empress falls, another story ends. Last time it almost ruined the Empire. Will I do any better? Delilah outfoxed me and I never saw it coming. But I was Corvo before I was the Royal Protector. Before I owned a sword, I fought with sticks and broken glass, whatever came to hand. I don't know what grand scheme you've got underway, Delilah, but I'll give all I've got to stop you.
根本没有写。
Turn in my life. Remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background. Taking the throne.
Old man lost it all.
在画我哎！看一下这里有没有药草，有很多吃的。
At least the situation with the Duke is behind us.
之前的先拿一
Let's
拿。
not forget that small detail in all this. Drunken despot. Now that we're here, I suppose you know where to go and what to do. You've killed a legion. So what's one more?
One more, or 1,000 more. Delilah deserves what she's about to get.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told you, I knew her long ago. Badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
Too late for regrets.
Everyone feels some regret, atop a long line. Mine is now chiefly that I'm out of time. Take care of yourself.
Goodbye, Anton.
但他就是用错方法了。这包听可从来没听过。
Megan is waiting for you on the deck outside. She seemed cagey earlier, even more than usual.
The malevolent ocean, and large enough to heave the great leviathans aboard, thrashing and spilling their life's blood across the decks. Majestic ships.
Two impossible places at once.
Where are those vessels now? They're far too important to carry an old man like me. I've been abandoned by my own creations. But maybe that's the way it should be. Haven't I been cruel, selfish? Perhaps I should be forgotten, consigned to the junk heap. Maybe I should die at last. And there's a chance I will on this final escapade. To Dunwall, then. We'll see what's left of me.
Go, go, go.
Tricks and back alleys. Killers fight. Hey, there you are. I wanted a chance to talk.
是说那个医生不见了，要一直听那个灵魂在嘴。你说这个吗？
Did you think she'd be pleased with what you'd become?
那个是我捏的啦。
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy, made my living as a killer, one of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
我觉得最麻烦的就是这个，每次要听完都好久。就是那个海德医生啊，救了发病的那个。这里好像有一个任务，是不是直接没有？
She's gone.
啊？啊？他怎么死了？
She's gone.
为什么？等下，太快了！怎么就死了？我偷他的钥匙，他就死了。
And back. Hey, there you are. I wanted.
Megan, I'm taking the skiff. I want to go to Dunwall Tower alone.
All right. Do you know how you're going to kill Delilah? If you leave her alive, she'll come for you sooner or later.
I'll do whatever it takes to end her and get Emily back.
Just make sure you don't hesitate. Delilah's dangerous.
You don't have to worry about that.
我想要偷偷看他会怎么样哦？你觉得要吗？
Brianna was the first to hear our call.
Delilah's a mad dog. She tore out a piece of her soul to.
我们看一下，我们等个几分钟，真的不行就算了。 然后这边高度混乱的差别就是，他这一次就没有跟我讲说，是他杀了我的老婆。我看到有人评论是说，因为他觉得他说了会被我杀掉，所以他就没有说。 会动哎。就是剧情它就是会这样，就是会等我走，可能会。
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death, as Delilah.
从头到尾我们都没有。
This puppet, no one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks too few in any.
哦，看来就剧情它一定会这样的。
And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy, made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
She's gone.
不过他这里 she's gone 他是翻他死了，不是也有可能是他走了吗？
If old Samuel could see me now.
看看最后会不会有交代。哦，对，翻译比较单一。那最后会有画面。
Take me to Dunwall Tower. Bring me back to the cage in my own chest.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let Emily's mother slip into oblivion. Do you know where my mother's resting? In a child's coffin, her skinny legs tucked beneath her, because I couldn't afford proper burial, while my father rests in the Imperial crypt.
You're lying.
You still can't accept it. You were sent to Dunwall as a gift, like a box of candies, because that's all you were worth. I inhabit your lover's heart, and my body sleeps in your bastard daughter's bed.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that you only deserve to keep your throne if you're ready to roll out a red carpet of blood before it. We'll be face to face soon, and I'll end you, Delilah.
"我难得有一次，我们终于自己开船。这边我记得是和平，没有。 平民应该是没差。
Everything's gone to the void here. Can't hurt to be stocked up on munitions.
OK，
Everyone has to make a living,
哦
right?，
脑洞变得安静，
Ah,
这个太需要了吧
you？ want blueprints for better weaponry.
这样子900。看一下什么需。1600、2000。
Glad we could do business. I'll take that deal. You won't regret it.
I take a risk just having the goods delivered here.
我升级好了。哎，我按错了。
Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. I don't know how long Dunwall is going to stand. I used to go and pray at the Abbey, but I haven't seen a single overseer in days. The city is falling apart.
800。反正其实都不需要嘞。
This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
My door's always open.
按这样子9。是我点这个。点一点不同的东西来玩好了。
Good to see you again.
and hen. Come, fisher farmer, frog and wren. Once a king,
这边有一只，
warmed by the wind, while the cows stepping round, she'll lie with the eat them of frost, eat them of snow. The monarch decrees to them below. Up on a spike, they perched his head, cut his name, burned his
tip off. One wrong word. Stuck over here.
Mama will see out before morning sun. Don't dream of horror yet to come.
哦，这里拿钱就没什么意义。
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Delilah's been waiting for you with murder in her heart, but also fear. She tore her spirit apart to avoid the sting of death, and now her nightmare is coming for her. And it's you. Moving through Karnaca, you left a trail of corpses at your back. But in Dunwall, Delilah has amassed her own pile of bodies. All hail the victor, assuming there's anyone left to celebrate.
That's a shame.
That green-eyed bastard should have been here an hour ago. He has magic. I could put a spike through heart. But his eyes, I see them in my mind. The muscles in his back. Every time I have him between my legs, it's all I can think about for days. I've never seen a man with hip.
我跟他同一层哦，太危险了吧！
I saw the High Overseer fall. All is lost. Leave this place.
The Abbey assaulted the tower.
Somehow we were overcome. Not just Delilah's sorcerers and their gravehounds, but mechanical men. Automated soldiers. The ancient music was useless against them.
Rest now. But know that I'm going to end Delilah's reign. I swear it.
At death's door, I smell the corruption of the void upon you. A heretic against a heretic. Laughable. The world is doomed. I've done what I could. Served the Abbey the best I was able.
我想想看。
Rainbows for her brush.
This is Delilah's doing.
4 hands sift and 4 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush.
Coal tar dye, pig's placenta, grind and wash, rich magenta.
2 hands sift and 2 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Dig and crack, crush and mix, eyeless black. 8 hands sift and 8 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Ancient mud and stinking clay. Yellow dyes for golden day. 6 hands sift and 6 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. 4 hands sift and 4 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue. Hello? Wake up! Wake up! Till the next red moon. Let's see. was 6? 3?
有点可怕。
Says Delilah's up in the throne room, but a few days ago she was time in that bleak little overseer chapel. What's afoot? What's she working on?
She probably found it funny, using the chapel as a studio, mixing pigments where those fools used to preach their nonsense. But she moved to the throne room once she was ready to start her new painting.
Always exciting when she starts to sculpt or paint.
Yes, but this one is special. Delilah says it will change everything, the world and all the spheres beyond. Go sneak a peek of it, if you dare. Even if I was to die today, I don't regret anything.
If Delilah's in the throne room, I can use the elevator to reach her. To restore power to the elevator, I'll have to reach the security room.
我想试试看一件事。果然这个都被改掉了。
So here we are, where my dear, lying half-sister Jessamine and I played as children. Where she first opened her bedchambers to you, then gave birth to your daughter. Where you let Dowd murder sweet Jessamine. The place that ruined both our lives.
You have a twisted view of the world, and I have no idea whether you're telling the truth or not. But it doesn't matter.
world.
Sorry, madam. I was never taught the right and proper ways of the aristocracy.
We don't tolerate your kind here in Dunwall Tower. Only the finest among the gentlefolk dine at this banquet table. And sit up straight.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is there a tree in the middle of the chapel?
It worked. I painted the chapel, but added a tree to the painting. After arranging the runes across the chair, both pure and corrupted, I was able to transpose the chapel made of paint with the one made of stone. With more runes, I should be able to do the same to all the Empire. This will be my greatest undertaking, transposing my painting. The world as it should be. With this wretched dung heap we're all born into. At last, all will be made proper and good.
Delilah's new painting sounds dangerous, but I might be able to sabotage it. With more corrupt runes, maybe I could turn Delilah's painting against her.
还有一个是什么？颜料，颜料在。料在哪里？害我紧张到颜料没看到。
From the fat of leviathans from the deep ice waters.这边一定要存个档，练习一下好了。躲在这里。多点这个。
power on, I can take the elevator to the throne room.
Humming. The belly rumble of machines digesting oils from the great leviathans of the deep.
We should see who tampers with the dead metal things.
Okay.
When this plays, check central rotor. This playback after the final field test.
The
machine has completed another full instruction set.
This won't do. To have the tower humming and belching sparks once more.
Why is the electricity running again? Like mice in a snake's den.
1,000 rotations. Introducing graphite.
Someone.
Of course I gathered them at dawn. What else? There are no human otherwise. But she's the only one who knows.
Hamburgers. Where am I gonna get that? I hear you, my mistress. I'm a talented servant. Just yes, yes, yes.
I really see. I think I heard something. Nothing.
OK。
You will take me back and die at my hands.
每一家都有卡的。
Okay, now I'm jumpy. Seeing things in the shadows.
What has Delilah done to the throne?
He 这次怎么没有离开了？
At last, I've waited for this moment here in my tower. So now I will complete my great painting. I will make the world as it should be. And there's no place for you.
他这一段的 bug 好像超多。
Brought me back my spirit. Follow me, dear Corvo, and see how I will reshape all things.
因为有时候他不会走到画那边，有时候进去没有动画。
So she'd replace all the world with this.
对，我存个档好了。
You never should have threatened my daughter, Delilah. Emily.
Father, what happened?
Take it easy. I'll explain everything.
"混乱程度又拉到低了，这样子可以吗？"我已经不想重跑这张了。
With the fall of Luca Abel, the Duke's line ended, and there was only one man suited for the Grand Palace. Rising up from nothing, he had served the Empire with distinction. Duke Corvo Attano, the first of his line.
这是我吗？
In Dunwall, with the death of Delilah Copperspoon, her coven lost its power, and their short-lived coup came to an end. The rightful Empress returned to the throne and began extinguishing the fires across her city. So it was that Emily the Just, Emily the Clever, would fulfill her destiny, ruling for decades over a mended empire, with Corvo Attano's support from the south. In his day, Anton Sokolov fired the engines of industry, hurtling the empire into a more sophisticated age. He dallied with nobles, wayward artists, and great inventors alike, drinking in all that life could offer. Leaving Dunwall for the last time, he headed to the cold north, contented at last, on a final voyage to take him home.
应该最后面这边被发现就可以了。
There are things that never change, no matter how hard you try. Questions you must answer. As Megan Foster
比较麻烦是后面这边都是女巫，所以被发现就很麻烦。
to discover her truest self, and seeking the closest thing she'd ever known to family.
On the sands of sweet Serkonos did we bathe in the sun, sharing grapes from Pulero when you were the only one.
就意外的是，混乱结局还比较难。
I met you long ago when the sea was so peaceful and the bay seemed to glow.
We danced and sang until the early ships sailed, and when morning bells rang, only then we exhaled. Now the sands of Serkonos, they're burning in the sun.
And the grapes from Colero are withered and finely done.
Now we cower in the alleys of streets where we did stroll, while the Duke claims our riches and his firing squads patrol. We run and hide until the evening ships sail. When the night is black, only then we exhale.
we'll slip on to a whaler and maybe we'll escape.
Warmed by the flame.